Hello, procrastinators, and welcome to Nerd3's Hell. Today, we are looking at The Simpsons Tapped Out. You see, now I've gone and got myself a little bit of software so I can play mobile phone games, be them awful or good. Mostly awful or good, but mostly awful. My plan was for The Simpsons Tapped Out to play sort of every day for 3 or 4 weeks. Try and do sort of like a month of it and record little sections and then edit all together into one big video. Sort of how I did the mountain video, but instead of every hour, I would do like every day for a minute for like a month. I thought that would be sort of an interesting video. Unfortunately, I came across something in this game that made me stop playing, and I'd like to show it to you, because I wanted to give a microtransaction-laden free-to-play game time. Because normally when you come across something like this, I despise them. And it's obvious why I despise them, because they take away all the gameplay and they put in wait timers and stuff. And I thought, instead of going for one of my beloved franchises that's been butchered, let's play something that's been designed for the ground up to be a game that works in the microtransaction kind of way. That you can play free to play. And it's been an experience. I'm 6 days in and I've given up, so it's been quite an experience. All of these houses, if you jab them like I'm doing now, you get money, and then you can jab the money, and then the money goes over there, and it lags for some reason when you do that every now and then. And you jab these things, and all these things are thinging and doing stuff. Characters with ticks above them have done objectives. The main point of this game is you jab someone, in this case Homer, and then you tell him to do something. And as you can see here, it takes up to 24 hours there. 24 hours is the biggest one he can do. So if I click start on that, Homer's going to go into his house for 24 hours, and that's it. That's literally all I can do with Homer. And if I tap in the top left here and go through everybody and stick them on a 24-hour thing, you, 24 hours. Oh, you didn't have a 24-hour. There you go, Ned, you can go for 8 hours. Cletus can do whatever that one is. Krusty, yeah, you can walk Mr. Teeny for 12 hours. There we go. I've now sent all of those off, and that's the game pretty much done. I can now just jab these things, and that's it. That's all I can do without spending money. That's, in essence, the gameplay. Sure, you can move things around and build your furniture and stuff, but that takes money, and to generate money, you need to be here jabbing stuff or sending people off on things. It reminds me of a Tamagotchi. That's what these games do. They remind me of sort of the Tamagotchi type thing, where you just have it and it does a thing, and every now and then you check into it. But it's a Tamagotchi where they've stuffed in hideous microtransactions. Let's look at some of them, shall we? If we click get more down there. So these are the things you can buy. £80 for a boatload of 2,400 donuts, which you can then cash in for money over on this side. You can cash your donuts in and get money. Good grief above 80. I don't know why you'd ever spend £80 on anything, to be perfectly honest. But, I'm a Lego fan, I can't say that. But yeah, that's ridiculous. For a currency that you then spend on virtual items, I just simply don't get it. I simply do not understand it. The thing I don't understand the most is the wait timers and how people can argue that a game is fun when Cletus's farm over here has a wait timer. Jab it. Come on, jab it. Oh, good God, it's crashed. There we go. 89 days. 21 hours. That's real. I have not photoshopped that in any way. That is legitimate. This has a 90-day wait timer for one of the options, which I jabbed by accident because I thought it was a joke. Because you plant crops in this farm. One of them is triffids, and the reward, it says, was the end of days or something, or you end humanity. This one I thought was a joke because it said 90 days. Turns out it's not. Right, so we can jab this again and get some money. I genuinely don't know where to go from a 90 days wait time. I mean, look, the missions are just things that people do. Make Millhouse fly a kite. That's a mission. Of course, you can skip this. I can pay 1,080 donuts. To buy 1,080 donuts, I need to buy 900, 132. Would that put me over? Yes, that would there. So it would cost me £48 to skip that wait time. There's a whole store filled with things you can buy and only buy them with this currency that there's no real way of getting. Like, when you level up, I believe you get like 1 donut and you get a few at the start. It's just, I mean, you can go to the Quickie Mart, if we can catch this in, and you can, when it eventually loads, you can buy a golden scratch ticket, and that, look, jackpot of 100 donuts. but that costs real money. That is real money for a fake scratch card. I simply don't understand. I think that's my issue with this, is I don't understand. I cannot fathom who gets, like, because you just open it up and jab some stuff and then close it down again. That's not a video game. That is a chore. That is the definition of just a chore. You've got Milhouse there and he's flying a kite and he does that same animation every time. Hope you want to watch it for the next 5 hours, 25 minutes. I tried very hard, very, very hard to go into this with a semi-opened mind. As we all know, if you open your mind too much, your brain will fall out. But 90 days... 90 cocking days. Sure, you get, like, because it costs loads of money to pay that in, so the game's sort of stalled a bit now for me. And if any of these things on the left, any of these, oh god, tap them, any of these, missions, as they're called, where you just have to do specific things, if any of those come up as grow a crop, for the next 90 days, I'm screwed. Because the only way to cancel it, as far as I can tell, is to pay the money. I don't get it. I don't understand. I tried. For the first time I went, I'm going to just try and play these games, and I don't get it. I simply don't get, apart from the jabbing you can do, you get $3, I think, for that. Hang on, let's check. Income tax, $3 and 1 XP, so you can check every 40 seconds. This is nothing but a vessel for taking your money. And what's worse, what makes the Simpsons one worse than any others, is every single time this game talks, it takes the piss out of microtransactions. Every single time it is making jokes, it's constantly taking the piss, but it's not satirizing microtransactions in any way. It's not parodying them, it's just offering them. It's basically going, wow, you'll lose your job and all these horrible things will happen to you and you'll pay us loads of money, and then it charges you loads of money. And they have jokes like, oh, you can win donuts with scratch cards. Oh, I hope that doesn't cost any in-game currency. Yeah, about that. And then it costs real money. And you're like, that's not a joke. That's just creepy, weird, crappy, scary marketing bollocks. I tried to like this game. I love The Simpsons. And I want a game where you build a Simpsons town ever since... There was that PC one, the Virtual Springfield. Remember, Virtual Springfield? Fuck, I want to track a copy of that game down. But yeah, that's this thing. This is all I ever built in a week as well. This is a week's worth of play. And like, I built each of these fucking trees and fences that you can see around the back there individually. All of the fucking things. And that's like the best I could do after a week. Just that. That is a week's worth of sitting with this game and tapping and tapping and tapping and tapping. Anyway, now I have mobile phone games as an option. There are genuinely 1 or 2 good mobile phone games out there, and I will be covering them, but pieces of absolute wanking arse like this that are essentially the equivalent of just sitting around bored and counting ceiling tiles and charging you for the pleasure of that, I will not be covering. But there you go. Let's now watch my wait timer tick down for 89 days and 21 hours. Actually, let's not.
Enter the domain of the Nerd³. Videos dropping from above like bird poo. Enter the domain of the Nerd³. Videos dropping from above like bird poo.